Well, a couple of years ago, some YouTube channels were doing childhood trauma videos on what scared them as kids. If I had to make one, it would have been on Sadako. Or Samara, pick your ghost. I find Sadako creepier for some reason. Probably because she's foreign. I should probably explain The Ring for those who don't know. There's a Japanese version and an American version. They're both pretty similar and both really good. There's this cursed tape, and if you watch it, you get a phone call saying you're going to die in 7 days. You can make someone else watch the tape to pass the curse on to them. Though if you don't do that, once 7 days have passed, this ghost chick comes crawling out of your TV and kills you. Yeah, when I watched The Ring as a kid, I still had a box TV in my house and a bunch of VHS tapes. That's actually what I watched the movie on. I also didn't have cable at the time, so all of my channels were static, except for Arthur on PBS. So for a good portion of my childhood, I was just expecting my TV to turn on by itself and that this bitch was gonna come crawling out of it. Where was this book when I was growing up? I mean, it didn't have to be this book specifically, just anything to derail all the tension of The Ring. I mean, the closest thing we had at the time was Scary Movie 3, and that helped a little. Obviously, I've gotten over my fear of Japanese ghost girls by this point. Yes, Japanese ones. I also watched The Grudge growing up. I find it funny that with American horror movies, you can have these hyper scary looking CGI monsters, and that does absolutely nothing for me. But then over here, you could just paint an Asian person black and have them open their eyes wide, and I go, oh fuck, a ghost. I found myself wandering around Barnes & Nobles while waiting for another store nearby to open up when I stumbled upon this book. I like horror, so I thought this would be something like a Junji Ito book. No. So Sadako meets another girl named Sadako with powers similar to hers, and since nobody watches TV anymore, they decide to start a YouTube channel so that they can curse people that way. That sounds like an idea I would come up with after getting trashed on Pink Whitney at 2 in the morning. The book opens up with Sadako getting ready to kill another victim, who ends up being a little girl who recognizes her. Turns out she has the same powers as Sadako, and her mom keeps her locked up in a closet to protect her. Well, that's messed up. I mean, I guess when you compare that to what happened to Sadako, it's not that bad. I mean, at least she has a smartphone. Sadako complains that no one watches TV anymore, so the idea gets brought up to create a YouTube channel and curse more people that way. That's not a bad idea in all honesty. I mean, that's better than that hentai parody I saw. Don't watch it. So they make their channel and start making cursed videos when it shows probably the most relatable character I've ever come across in a manga. A 22-year-old content creator having trouble getting subscribers and new viewers. So when are we doing the live-action adaptation of this? Because I'm ready for my close-up. Yeah, after I read that panel in the store, that's when I decided to buy it and take it home, and it's actually pretty funny and wholesome. I mean, besides the whole deal of the girl being locked in her closet, that part's not entirely wholesome. Yeah, I'm allowed to like stuff like this. My entire reading experience can't be full of bitter stuff like Berserk and Uzumaki. I'm allowed to enjoy my Ghost Girl YouTubers. The book has them go through the process of them trying to make their YouTube channel better. All the while you have funny moments sprinkled in, like Sadako refusing to come out of anything besides a TV. She tries going through a phone screen at one point, but that fails. She also ends up using the door a couple of times because nobody has a TV anymore. She keeps trying to get the one YouTuber guy to buy one, but it has to be a CRT TV because it just doesn't feel right if it's not a CRT TV. Sadako doesn't even have her well in this, she just uses the one girl's bathtub instead. You'll most likely enjoy this if you know anything at all about running a YouTube channel or if you've ever tried making a video. I found myself chuckling at parts like when the YouTuber was trying to help them monetize their channel after he flipped out when he realized they didn't have monetization enabled, and then Sadako keeps screwing up the whole process of them trying to get monetized. I never thought my childhood trauma would be a single key typer. I got a sincere amount of enjoyment reading this when you take something that scared me so badly as a kid and then you just take the ever-loving piss out of it. Especially when you throw it into a topic that I relate so much to. Seriously, this whole book feels like if you just took a list of things that I liked and you just threw them into like a random story generator. It almost feels like this manga was created specifically for me. Thank you, Tsutsumi. I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, I highly recommend this book if you like Sadako or if you know anything at all about running a YouTube channel and you get a sincere enjoyment out of seeing it get made fun of. There's another manga with Sadako in it called Sadako at the End of the World. I haven't read it yet, but I'll probably get to it. Though it's not made by the same person who made this book, but then again, anything to further desensitize me to Sadako helps. Especially now that they're adding her to Dead by Daylight. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to getting chased and killed by my childhood trauma. I just feel sorry for my neighbors who will have to listen to me scream every time I end up running into her. But then again, by this point, they should probably be used to me screaming. Also, really, Tsutsumi, why do you have to have Sadako call me out like that? Like, goddamn, I'd rather have her kill me than just roast me like that. Damn, Muffin. That was cute. And Sadako keeps screwing up the entire... Shut up, you fucking ass phone. I don't care about my credit.